What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Big MBKJ, and this is another episode of the Mocheniq Daily. We're on episode 6, y'all. Claps, all that other good shit and everything. Now, as y'all know, I go over topics, things that's going on in the news. If it's not, I got topics for y'all, so we're gonna hop right into it. So, look, for my first topic, we got Ebro recently came out with a tweet saying, "Yo, he got a call. Labels are signing Afrobeat artists, and they're prioritizing them over hip hop artists." Now, he made this tweet kind of saying like, "Yo, y'all need to get y'all shit together, hip hop artists and everything." And I kind of want to break down the thoughts of my own thoughts and kind of like what's going through Ebro's head. Now, Ebro, he works at a radio station. His primarily market is hip hop. He's actually like Apple Music's like lead hip hop chief executive, something of that nature. And so he pretty much is like, we'll say like who's hot, who's not, who's going to be on the latest playlist from the hip hop perspective of Apple Music. So for him, he's kind of like, yo, our market is going to get pushed down. Secondly, because all these labels, they figure, yo, with an Afrobeat artist, they can reach more internationally. Now, if you don't know, whenever you go to like a festival in the U.S. versus like international, there's a big engagement difference. Festivals, you see a lot of people, jumping around, getting lit and everything. At these international, locally, domestically in the U.S., we kind of got more of like a bougie culture. I feel like more of a rowdy culture too, but they're not too much engaged versus like an international crowd. And what these labels are starting to realize, it's like, yo, these fans in these international markets will show out way more, put more money down into these artists because, you know, their fans are just better out internationally. Second, hip hop is super hard to market locally. And what I mean by that is like kind of get like the rights of licensing agreements and everything. So when you're a rapper and you're trying to break off into this new mainstream era, you're trying to get your music in stores. You're trying to get your music with a couple pop people. That way, you're just reaching new markets. You're trying to do interviews outside of just like DJ Vlad and academics and all this other stuff. You're trying to really reach like CNN. Just get your music out there. Now, the content of rap music, typically you can't do that, especially that hardcore drill, gangster rap, whatever you want to call it. You can't do it. Only songs like "All My Life." Niggas got me singing on the pod. Songs like that are really like commercial ready for that, like that white market and all these other things. Those songs will get further business wise versus, a Boston Richie song that's talking about trapping and serving and all that stuff like that. But don't get me wrong, you got artists like Future and everything that go on all these 2K games and all that stuff too. And it's all these markets everywhere that you could really tap into. But if you're not kind of coming up with a game plan and not really kind of like censoring your music in a way where it's like, all right, it's still commercial ready, then you might still get screwed over futurely as an artist. Now, me personally, I think Afrobeat artists are going to be more appealing to like a mainstream artist. I mean, a mainstream audience in like the domestic area, because like in America, they care more of like the beats and everything. Like they'll ride out more on that, but like if they just got consistent cussing or consistent bleeping out of like radio cuts, it's kind of hard to put that in Aeropostale or American Eagle, all these like markets like that. And that's why I try to tell people like artists, like if you're trying to get out into the mainstream, you gotta think, how does this song sound being played in American Eagle, Aeropostale, are people gonna, react to it a certain type of way? Now, not saying that you still can't be no rap artist, you can't talk about that life or whatever like that, but you have to do it in a way where it's such a problem. Now, that's like my primary thing because I feel like that's where a lot of hip hop artists lack, trying to tap into those new markets. A lot of these niggas can't even get they music on the radio because they don't even have clean versions. And the one that they do, like, it's getting chopped up, screwed, in all these different ways. It sounds like a whole different other songs. And I'm wondering, like, are hip hop artists in trouble because of this? I think Afrobeat aesthetically won't last too long in like urban environment. Like, don't get me wrong, like where I'm from, there is like there's like a pretty big African culture, and there's people to keep it going, just like there is a hip hop, but it could be like a niche to urban market, and more of like a main. Like right now, I see it like dominating TikTok with the Afrobeat, but who knows? We really have to see as time goes on. Like, this is really Afrobeat's like first 2 years of really like dominating. Like not even dominating the charts, but like really hitting the charts in the U.S. market and getting respected. Because like Burna Boy, he just sold out Houston for the first time, and like I think one of the biggest arenas in there. So like Afrobeat is coming. Latin music is coming. I think Latin, that language barrier, is going to be a issue. I think it being a whole entire different language is going to be a problem. And don't get me wrong, too. I believe Burna Boy is speaking a different language, too, for certain songs. But I think with it being Afrobeat is consistent on a whole continent, it'll be more of like English speaking because it's like more translatable between like the whole content. I don't know. I might be chatting on that. Let me know. But let me know what you guys think in the comments on that one. But we're gonna roll right into like our next topic. So I want to know, what's considered a real fan of an artist? And I don't care just hip hop. I don't care if it's singing, whatever. What makes somebody a fan? Is there a certain dollar amount you have to spend on a fan? Is there a certain amount of time that you have to listen to a song or listen to this artist? We hear all the time like, man, y'all not a real fan. Y'all not really, there for the artist. Y'all not whatever. Because also, too, we hear about all these low sales and everything for artists, but people don't even understand, like, how much support an actual sale is, or, how to actually support the artist in the long run. So, me personally, I think supporting a fan could be depending on finance, access to the internet, even access to like just music or whatever. Some people are not huge music fans. Some people are just casual listeners. Some people only listen to music when they're in the car going to work. So you have to kind of accommodate to all that, but they're still a fan of certain artists. Now, I think if you consider yourself like a music nerd, not a music nerd, but like a music fan in general, you have to have maybe a couple artists, maybe a couple songs at least that you're a fan of. Because, like, I remember at one point growing up, like, I was just fans of certain songs, and I was listening to the same, like, 50 songs for, like, a couple year period. So it's like, in my head, I would say, I support those certain artists, but really I just supported those songs because I wasn't keeping up with it. And, being a fan to an artist, you might actually keep up with them. Because somebody told me, like, yeah, if you just follow them on IG, but you don't listen to their music, you don't support them. I personally feel like that means you kind of support their lifestyle. Now, some people make the, make the point of like, oh, well, are you supporting their lifestyle or are you supporting their music? Man, if however I support them, allow them to keep doing what they're able to do, then it is what it is. Like sometimes I feel like if you just liking somebody's stuff, that's support socially, I guess. Like, but I feel like you might have to spend a couple dollars too. Like if you really feel like you rock out with an artist, especially if you over here arguing about the artist, all this stuff like that, and I'm like, yo, do you even got their album on iTunes or something like that? Like, I feel like at the very least you should have like some type of music in your phone of them or whatever that you bought or something like that at the very least. But sometimes you might just like their content. Like I support Two Chains. I love watching that dude's show, Most Expensive, and just him going around and. But some people say nah. But you don't support Two Chains though. You support his lifestyle, his whatever. But if I'm watching the show, they cut him a check because he hitting a certain amount of views every time I'm supporting him financially, whatever. Technically, and this is the thing too. People don't realize people don't even know how much one sale is, one album sale. One um one album sale is 1,200 streams. If you listen to a song or artist 1,200 times within that year, you made my son whatever they sell for an album. So you just gotta consider how you support them, how deep you want to make support for somebody. If you want to cash app them $100 every month, be my guest. Some people they gonna make it work. Some people gonna act like they support, they do all this other stuff, but it's not even like that. But I'm not gonna stick too long on that topic. I just want to know what's considered a real fan. Me personally, you could put a dollar amount on it, but depending on how much bread you got and all this other shit like that, it depends. But moving on to my next topic, I got to know this, y'all. Are hip hop awards making a comeback? Now, the reason why I say this, I feel like a lot of people was not looking for the BET awards like a couple years ago. And when I say that, I remember watching the BET awards. People was win awards, and then it'll be some random dude and be like, yeah, we're going to accept this award on their behalf, all this other stuff like that. This time, I feel like everybody popping out. We got Sexy Red. We got Lil Uzi. We got a lot of big names, but I wouldn't consider Sexy Red a huge name yet. But just in the fact that, you're seeing a lot of bigger celebrities pop out and everything like that versus, I don't know if Nicki Minaj went, but I remember she was a 50-50 of going. You don't really see a Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole, but you do see more cultural impactors there. And the reason why I feel award shows need to make a comeback is because it bring back some validation into the actual culture to say okay, somebody had a real impact. And I think a lot of it should be based upon talent and impact because we just doing on who got the most streams. We just playing a game who got the biggest fan base. But they might do votes. They might appoint certain people from the culture. I think they should do it like that. I think that'd be way more fair. Some people might say, well, this person, but I think every year we should do the presidency. Ridiculous. That is tripping me out. But do it like Congress. Do it like Congress where we vote niggas in, Senate, all that other shit. And they vote. We vote them in. And we do it like that. Because at the end of the day, we keep getting tight over and over again. Man, they robbed this. What if we could just blame two people? That'd be beautiful. It'd be like, yo, Cuban Gooding Jr., what are you doing? I don't something. But let me know. And should we just care about BET? We just rock out with BET. Do we need anybody else? Black Entertainment TV? But Tyler Perry, he ain't get him. If Tyler Perry did it, I'd be like, all right, we can do it. I'm respecting it. VH1, Oprah Network, where should we go? Let me know in the comments. Moving on to my last topic. So we actually got us a news topic right now. So Ugly Guy, remember him? Mr. Mr. That dude, he caught a body whole time. Now hold on, he was defending himself, called a legal body. Now I saw this post on I believe the Shade Room or DJ Academics, one of them, and I'm scrolling through the comments and it read one really struck my vision, and I was like, he was like, man, knowing Ugly God caught a body is crazy. I'm gonna listen back to his music and see if it hit harder. And it made me think like, yo, do somebody actually having proof of catching a legal body really like make the music hit harder? Now I didn't go back and see if Ugly God's song did any impact. I wasn't checking for him back then. I'm not checking for him now. But I wanted to know like dang, if we knew for a fact like King Von ain't never catch a body, like it turned out all cap, everything like that, would it be like, man, he ain't hit? Or like if it was like proof and like, yeah, he was just naming this dude that, it was cam footage and all that, we'd be like, yo, that's like crazy. I feel like low key it would, especially if it's like a video. A video is crazy. And then beating the case is crazy. Or would it hit less hard because he beat the case? Cause I don't know. I feel like they love niggas on the run. Niggas love TK when he was on the run. Niggas was like, where is he now? Niggas was like, where Waldo? It's a lot going on. You know, some people I feel like they sensationalize that lifestyle, whatever, and that type. But it's like, I don't know. Remember when Slim Jesus, that white boy that was rapping drill, everybody saw he was like, oh yeah, he gangsta, and then he said like, bro, I don't even do that. I feel like when we find out they really not about that, like that's when we be like, yo, damn. Like imagine Pooh Shiesty was like, somebody was like, yo, Pooh Shiesty don't do none of his drills. He passed the Blake every time. Niggas gonna be like, damn, Pooh Shiesty, you was my dog. I thought you was really shiesty. But am I wrong? Let me know in the comments. Am I right? Let me know. Let me know what y'all think. I just don't know. But it's been your boy Big MKJ. This has been Emotionally Daily. Check us out on the next episode. And Bowie out.